We're talking turkey today. Don't let this big bird intimidate you. It really is a lot easier than you think. When you prepare a turkey, it's important to watch food safety protocols. So I've got gloves on. I will make sure that I clean everything afterwards with soapy water, or if it's dishwasher safe, put it through the dishwasher. So I save that neck and those other giblet parts. We won't get into the details of those, and we'll put them in our stock pot. This is what you're going to use to make that delicious gravy. There's also this little part attached to turkeys right here, the tail feather area. I'll remove that, put that in the stock pot. Believe me, there's a lot of flavor in it. Why do we truss? We must truss. It keeps our turkey from spreading out and cooking unevenly. And you know, on holidays, you want a beautiful centerpiece to photograph, right? So I cut about a yard's worth, should be more than enough, of twine. And it's really, really, really easy, y'all. You're going to tuck it up under the wings. There's a few different techniques, but I put it right where the joint is. You see that? Then I bring it up underneath the turkey and go whoop-de-doo around the legs. 1 or 2 times is fine. Then you just tie it in a tight bow, trim off this excess, and look at there. You got a trussed bird. Ha-ha. A lot of people take this excess skin off. I leave it and I tuck it up underneath. That will give you a lot more juices for your gravy to add to your stock pot. Also, this part shrinks quite a bit, and you want to have a perfect shaped turkey where you don't have any skin broken or anything like that. And also, don't trim here. You want all of the skin to cover this bird to make it beautiful. Now, it's time to brine. What you'll need is a container, a bag, cooler, something that is food safe. You can buy food safe buckets or containers like this online, but you'll see my turkey's a little big this year and it's not going to fit in here. Obviously, the turkey's not fitting in here, but I'm going to give you a good example of the problem with displacement of your liquid when you brine. So let's add water to this. This is 2 quarts of water, and this is an 18-pound turkey. I want you to watch. And you see that makes it 8 quarts full, but I only used 2 quarts of water. So this container will hold maybe 8 quarts. All right, here is another 4 quarts. Now let me show you what I mean by displacement. I'm fixing to make a mess here, y'all, but it's all for you cooking a turkey right and safely. So I've got 8 quarts of water in here, but notice it reads 12 quarts. But when I take this turkey out, oh my gosh, sometimes I wish I was taller. I want you to see how little is in that container. Very little. Whoop. There's not even 4 quarts of liquid. So this is what I mean by displacement. Go ahead and put your turkey, whatever you're cooking, your chicken, your turkey breast, in your container, and then add liquid so you don't have an overflow. I've got a really big turkey this year, so I've decided to brine in a cooler. Very, very safe, and it will keep it cold overnight while you brine. So let's grab that turkey. All right, plop it in there. Now you're only gonna need enough brine to barely cover the turkey. Let me show you. So you can see there's ample room. I'm gonna add the brine and the brine liquid, and then I'm gonna top it off with ice, and then close it up overnight. Very simple. 1 bag, 1 pouch per bird. Now add water or apple juice or a combination of the 2. Then I add enough ice to make the water come up to the top of the turkey. Close it up and let it brine until tomorrow. Remove your turkey from the brine and give it a good rinse with cold water in the sink. Remember to discard the leftover brine. Now the key is to dry it off really, really well. you may have to go through a whole roll of paper towels to make sure the skin is very dry. That is the secret of getting really nice brown, crispy skin, is the skin being very dry. All right, I've got my baking pan, and I love to use a rack because it sure makes it easier to pick up that turkey when it's done and then use these juices for gravy. So let's put this baby on our rack. Man, it's heavy. Woo! I went big this year. Barely fits my rack. Barely. Look at that. Tuck that skin under, and then I'm gonna rub it with some duck fat. You can use butter, you can use oil, you can use lard, you can use duck fat. Use what you like. My oven is preheated to 350, and it's time to put it in. I've seasoned the outside of the turkey with some of my European blend. I'll see that bird in a few hours. What a beauty. Look at that nice warm colored skin and seasoning. Now this bird is done. Look at this. Really perfect looking, isn't it? I'm gonna leave it still trussed with my twine here and let it rest for about 20 minutes or up to 30 minutes, loosely tinted with foil while I go make some gravy. All right, let's take that tip off and carve this bird. Remove that string that you trussed it with. Either untie it because I tied it in a bow, or cut it if you're being anxious. Now, let's carve this bird. What is your favorite way to carve it? Some people just hack it up, but some people want to get a photo. They want to get what they call the money shot. So let's get the money shot, and then we'll dig in. So you find the breastbone, and you cut just on one side of it. And you can actually remove the whole breast this way and slice it, which is what I often do, especially if I just cook a turkey breast. And then you will cut in between here, where the leg is, all the way down to the bottom of the breast. Just like that. Again, that's my preferred way of doing it. Then you can just slice the breast in slices for everyone. Look at this tender and moist. Very moist. Now let's separate the leg. If a turkey's done, you can just about pull it off like that. Wing, same thing. Once the turkey's done, it moves around very easily and really requires either no cutting or one slice, just like that. Easy. And you still got this side that still looks pretty. Enjoy your holiday.